Hi and welcome to day 21 of our Positivity Challenge. My name is Zena Hicks and I'm delighted to introduce you to the third of our very special guests in this series, Adele Hawkes. Now, Adele is a positive psychology coach and consultant. She has 20 years of experience in corporate communications and she specializes in workplace well-being and in particular tackling imposter syndrome. Adele, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Zena. So the imposter syndrome is the persistent inability to believe that you're as competent as other people perceive you to be. So it can lead to you discounting the part that you play in any success, and that can lead to feelings of being a fraud or being a fake. Now, this is something that can hold a lot of people back. It's more than just a little bit of self-doubt. It's more than just a little bit of fear, although both of those things do play a part in it. It's this idea that actually we don't deserve to be where we are. We don't deserve to be hired. We've only done as well as we have because we've worked so much harder than anybody else would have to have worked to get the same result. So if any of this resonates with you, it might help you to know that research shows around 70% of people experience these feelings at some time. And contrary to popular belief, it isn't more prevalent in women. It's something that can affect any gender, any age, any race, in really quite equal measures. A particular quirk of imposter syndrome is the fact that it's a self-perpetuating cycle. It starts when we're asked to do an achievement-related task, which can straight away trigger feelings of anxiety and worry. If you have imposter syndrome, you tend to do one of two things. Either you procrastinate, put things off to the last moment, which means if you do get a successful outcome, you can just say to yourself that you were winging it. Or you might over-prepare, working longer and longer hours, which means if you do get positive feedback that way, you can also discount it and think to yourself that if I was really good at this, it would come much more naturally to me. So whatever happens, you're able to discount any part that you play in the success, feeding back into this idea that you're a fraud and feeding into this idea of anxiety and worry. So rather than internalising any success, next time you're asked to do something, the whole cycle starts all over again. The good news is we can break the cycle. We just need to be really intentional about doing so. So 5 different things that you might like to try if you want to break the imposter syndrome cycle. Number 1 is get to know your strengths. Get to know your character strengths. Understand the unique combination of experience, of skills, and of things that you're naturally good at that make you you. Number 2 is visualize moments of peak performance from the past. What is it that you did to really achieve that success? What were the different elements that were in play that sparked your motivation and made you feel at your most competent? And think about how that can feed into future tasks that you're asked to do. Number 3 is tune into your inner critic. The way that we speak to ourselves often is nothing like the way that we'd speak to somebody else that we liked or loved. Remember that your inner critic is only there to keep you feeling safe, but make sure you really question what it's saying to you. Why are you feeling threatened? What could happen if you really pushed yourself in this particular situation? Could you take it on the chin if anything went wrong? Number 4 is share your experiences. Tell other people about how you're feeling. I mean, you'd be surprised. You can speak to somebody that's really senior and has great professional, financial, academic success, and yet you'll find out that they feel exactly the same way as you. By talking about it, we just normalise our imposter feelings, and the more normal it feels, the less scary it is. And number 5, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Remember that you're just a human being with an amazing combination of strengths and weaknesses, just like everybody else who's trying to do their best. Most of all, the thing that's really important to remember is that if you put this into practice, what you'll be able to do is enjoy your strengths, celebrate your success, and really function with joy.
Oh, thanks so much, Adele. That's really useful. There's been so much talk about imposter syndrome, and these are really good tips to be able to help people. Thanks everybody for watching, and I look forward to catching up again soon.